Each new Olympic season brings with itself a new wave of enthusiasm around Indian sport. And one person who has seen this enthusiasm build over the past 5 years has been Navin Fernandes, Senior Program Director at Dream Sports Foundation, who is an entrepreneur right now, but he has a storied athletic career behind himself. Navin, before we start talking about all things sports, Olympics, tech, tell me a little bit about your athletic past. And it's a glorious one at that.
Yes, it's been a long journey in sport. As a 10-year-old, 17-year career, playing a two-time national gold medalist in the 110-meter hurdles, a scholarship athlete to the US, where I was ranked top 25 in the nation in the NCAA Division III championships, former conference champion. It has been a long journey, and of course, sport is all that we have, and of course, pleasure to be back in sport, working with our new mission of making sport better here at Dream Sports Foundation. And what better than dreaming big onto the next cycle of Olympians, athletes, high performance programs, grassroots development programs in our youth sport. It's fantastic, it's encouraging, it's something that we look forward to, and every dream of an athlete to actually come back and give back to the sport. So really glad and happy to be here.
Got to doff my proverbial hat, invisible one as well, to you, Navin, for everything that you've done as an athlete yourself for India and now as an entrepreneur. Can you give us some details as to how long has Dream Sports Foundation been associated with the Indian Olympic movement?
We started about 5 years ago with a program called Dream Gold. This is an elite athlete program that we work with across 11 different Olympic disciplines. We've had a great start previously at the Tokyo Olympics, where we had Netra, our sailing athlete, make it to the Olympics, her first one. And over a period of time, we've also had success this year with 3 of our athletes, Netra Kumaran, Vishnu Sarvanan in sailing, and Shrija Akula in table tennis, making it to the Olympics. We've got 5 athletes of our 23 who are top 50 in the world right now. And last year at the Asian Games, we had 9 of our athletes selected at the Asian Games, when we won 3 gold medals there in compound archery as well. So all in all, of course, any mission in any program requires a sustained approach, and we are in it as part of our long-term athlete development plans. This is not necessarily only at the elite level, but also at the grassroots level, to take this journey and move on to different Olympic cycles. Our hope and aim is that our young athletes have access to tech and science to improve their abilities in high-performance training, the recovery, their competitive programs, and being able to kind of access and use this as part of their high-performance training needs. And largely, of course, to improve our athlete performance at the Olympics, not just with 1, but maybe 2 or 3 cycles. It's to improve that journey of an athlete of multiple years at the Olympics. So this is a journey that we've begun, and of course, we're just half done. There's a long way to go, and we really are in it to win it. And here's to dreaming big.
Cheers to dreaming big. And those 2 or 3 cycles of Olympics that you spoke of will also include the 2036 Olympics, for which India is one of the potential bidders. What are your dreams and aspirations from a personal perspective as a former athlete and now as part of Dream Sports Foundation, for you to be able to effect the kind of changes you want to see come 2036?
Yeah, so like we said, every program needs to have a sustained approach. We've got several gaps that we have identified within our sporting ecosystem. Of course, like we said, our Dream Gold program is right now programmed to the elite athletes. We have 200 athletes working. We work across different sporting legends in the country, especially Mary Kom in the boxing foundation. With Mary Kom in the boxing federation, we've got Kanna Maleshwari in weightlifting. We've got Dilip Vengsarkar in cricket, of course, and Baichung Bhutia in football, where we support across 200 athletes in their long-term athlete development programs. We also believe that with regard to athletes, not just necessarily the athletes, but it's also the athlete ecosystem that needs to kind of develop. So skilling of coaches and PE teachers in schools, we believe that they are the first talent scouts in this country, and they need to be upskilled and understand age-appropriate training and those gaps within our system. Our referees that officiate games, sometimes they're the only people there, being able to kind of save a life, maybe the first talent scout to be able to kind of work with talent. So we plan to obviously develop, train, upskill, and educate the current ecosystem to, of course, work within it. It takes, of course, like we say, a village to raise a child. We are in this mission, of course, to build and work, not just with the athletes, but the entire ecosystem. And I think this is our mission. It's not necessarily only for sports federation and government. It's the private partnerships and public partnerships that kind of together would actually make us a sporting nation. And I think 2036 is one great mission for all of us to actually build this ecosystem and see many, many Olympic medals at the 2036 Games.
And the spirit of collaboration that Navin just spoke of has been amply on view at this event, because Navin and Dream Sports have been a key ally to this first ever historic sport tech startup conclave being organized by IIT Madras in collaboration with Outlook Business. Navin, to end on this note, this conversation that we've just had, how important is this for you, your organization, and where do you see this collaboration, this alliance heading towards in the future?
Fantastic opportunity to actually speak to some great minds in the field of sport, and most importantly, sports science and tech. We truly believe, of course, we are a sports tech conglomerate. We truly believe that sports tech and AI has a major role to play in athlete development and performance, and for our athletes to make that leap to world-class and Olympic levels. Our major focus and sessions like these and events like these really actually catapult the learning process. Also being able to kind of partner and collaborative work that we could potentially work with certain partners. And most importantly, understand the role and the need for science and tech to be part of our athlete monitoring, our athlete training sessions, high performance needs, biomechanics and bioscience needs, and things like that. So really, really important that we speak about the role and the importance, and really happy to actually be here and to be at the first one, and hopefully many more to come from here.
Amen to that, and may this village continue to add on more members to itself, and may more children be raised to this noble enterprise.